Welcome to this computing Q&A on the topic of women working in IT. My name is Abigail Waraker and I am editor of Computing. With me in the studio today we have Liv Sandbaek, who is Managing Director Technology at Accenture. Liv is the most senior woman within the 140,000 strong global technology practice at Accenture. Liv's been working hard within the organisation to contribute to the attraction, retention and progression of women globally. Now, this is the first of two interviews we have with Liv. In this first discussion, we'll be talking about the context of women working in IT. Liv will share with us her insights on what it's like for women who opt for a career in technology. Welcome, thanks for joining me today. The first question I want to ask you is, can you outline your experience of working in IT?
Well, I started with Accenture nearly 22 years ago as a programmer. So I did programming and unit testing for about 2 years, then progressed on to team lead, then to manager of projects, and then I went to become a senior executive 11 years ago. And my career progression have been throughout with big systems integration programs, so developing applications from scratch, from conceptual design, prototyping, then to further design, testing and go live of applications.
Why do you feel that it matters that there are so few women working in IT?
It matters, I think it is better teaming when you have a balanced team. If you have a very centric, either just women or just men team, they become very much a prototype. Perhaps the women, a lot of chatting, and with the men just quite hard and driven. So I find the best balance and producing the best end result is when we have a mixture, because we need different skills and different backgrounds to come up with a good product.
Do you think women are put off a career in IT because they perceive it to be a predominantly male profession?
I think some women are put off a career in IT because they think it is rather dull. It's the image you have for some of these TV programs, as well as those computer nerds playing in the basement on stuff. I think sometimes you get the impression that it is quite nerdy type of work. So I think some women are put off because of that. And I think after perhaps a couple of years, where if you just do the programming part, it can be quite dull. But if you wait a little bit and you come into doing the project manager, all the interaction with clients and defining business requirement and doing design, that is quite interesting. So people can just hold out. I think they find that this is a very interesting career to have.
So they need to sort of embrace the fact that at the beginning it might be a bit strange, but ultimately it's going to be a really interesting career and very challenging.
Yes, I think from my experience, I did not enjoy the programming bit, and I was also pretty bad at it.
But that's very honest of you.
Yeah, but that's the way it is. And I think the training you get from doing that the 2 first years is invaluable, because you know then how it is like at the grassroots or the very, very bottom, because a system is made up a lot of programs, and to be able to do that first bit is really important. I think without doing that, it's hard to advise other people of doing the job and putting together a system from scratch. So I think it is valuable, but can be a bit boring, so it's just to stick it out.
Now, there is some research that has indicated that women feel that they need to be able to do at least 80% of a job before they actually even apply for it, and men are more likely to just take a chance and apply anyway and see how it goes. Is that something that you've encountered yourself?
Yeah, I think there is a lot of truth in that. I think in general men, and this is just in general because there are of course women who are more similar in that area to men, but I think in general men are much better at taking a chance and being perhaps sometimes overconfident in their own abilities. I think in general perhaps women are a bit underconfident in their abilities. So what I see in our company is that men and women, there is really nothing differentiating them from doing a good job. It's more, are you really interested in the job? Are you willing to put in the hours? Then it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but you just have to suit you and you have to interest you, and then it really doesn't matter.
So really the advice to women is take a chance, have a go, and you're probably better than you perhaps think you are.
Yeah, I think normally women are better than they think they are.
Yeah, okay, that's very interesting. At what point do you think women drop out of a career in IT?
From my experience, we probably see two drop-off points after a couple of years, which I mentioned, the boring programming bit, and then people perhaps don't foresee that it's going to be more interesting. And the other drop-off point that we have seen is probably when women want to start a family. Right. And I feel it's difficult potentially to combine working in IT with the perceived long hours and raising a family. So they think perhaps there's a lack of flexibility in the work, the roles that are being offered.
So there's opportunities there for companies to develop flexible practices to encourage women to come back after having a family.
Absolutely, and that is something that we look into quite a bit, and we are offering flexible working from 3 days a week, to 4 days a week. But we offer this also for men, so it's not just for women, but it's something that we think is important for people to have a flexible period of working. Could be forever. I myself work flexibly. I work 4 days a week, and I've done so for 7 years. And it is possible to combine that.
How do you think the ratios of men to women in IT compare with other sectors such as public relations or marketing?
I think it is a poor record for the IT industry if we compare it to public relations and marketing. What we are striving for within Accenture, and I'm sure our competitors are doing the same, we are striving for at least an intake of 50-50, and then we are trying to keep as many women as possible throughout their career. But we have a bit of a way to go still, but we're making small improvements year on year, which is pleasing.
That's good to hear. So to conclude, what advice would you give to women seeking a job in IT?
I would advise women who want to seek a job in IT to go for it, to make the investment to learn to code, and then go on to be brilliant designers, because I think women are very good at the analysis and the discussion with clients and the design element of systems development, and also testing. So just stick at it, and normally I think women can have a fantastic career within the IT industry.
So really it's have a go, and persevere, and you will succeed.
I think so.
That's a really positive note to end on. Thank you very much, Liv, for your insight on this topic. That's all we have time for today. We hope you found this conversation useful. Thank you and goodbye.